Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Crypto Vet coming at you with a video update on my FTMO challenge and the 8-minute trader update. Before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just solely for education and entertainment purposes only. Only take risk that you can manage. Don't invest any money that you're not willing to lose. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into the video. So it's been a little while since I have last updated my FTMO challenge in a video format. And today is actually the last day of my challenge. And as you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, we did not pass the FTMO challenge. So let's see exactly where we ended up and if I'm going to be taking the FTMO challenge again. 8-minute Trader is coming out with some new alerts, and they're coming up with a new software release. And I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes into that. If you're not a member of Longevity's 8-minute Trader or 8-minute Trader Academy, you won't know what's going on. So for those of you guys who aren't involved and maybe are looking to get some more information, we're going to be looking at all that. So first, I want to share my screen for the FTMO challenge. And as you guys can see here, my start date was the 24th of October, and the end date is, it's actually not set. Well, yeah, today is the 22nd of November. So yeah, today would technically be the last day for the challenge. As you could see, we started off pretty good back at the end of October. And then we kind of went into the negative here, and we never really made our way back. We had some ups and downs along the way. And this day in particular, which was the 7th of November, this is the day that I probably took the biggest hit. I was very risky on some trades. I think I ended up losing a total of $4,000 for this one. This was actually one trade time frame. And I cost averaged probably like 8 times thinking that it was going to reverse. And that was my mistake. Nobody else's, I'm not putting responsibility or fault on anybody else. I just was super confident in the structure of the trade, and it just continued to break and break and break, and I didn't follow my own rules. So when you don't follow your own rules, this is what can happen. You have to have a risk management plan in place, and abide by your own rules. So as you can see here, obviously we have done the minimum of the 10 trading days. We were at 21 total trading days over the course, and we never officially lost more than $5,000 in one day. However, we did exceed the $10,000 max loss. I don't like the way that they calculate it, but I mean, it is what it is. Our profit target was 10 grand. And as you can see, as it stands, I'm only negative $8,299.87. And I actually broke yesterday. We opened the day up with 90,000, like 200 and some change. And I took a risky trade. And matter of fact, I will show that to you if I can get down here. This was it right here. Yep, this was it yesterday. We entered the market with a couple of sells. And as you can see here, I took a 50 lot size trying to recover, and we actually ended up winning these trades. As you can see here, we did almost 900 on one and 720 on the other. But the issue was there was a little bit of drawdown ahead of time, and it took us below that 10,000 max threshold. So as you can imagine, even though we are on the positive side here with our equity of 91,700, we still technically broke the rules, even though we were only in drawdown and we didn't close below the $90,000 point. So just for those of you guys who are interested in taking a prop firm challenge, it doesn't necessarily have to be FTMO in particular. A lot of these different platforms for prop firm challenges have the same set of rules. You have to be very careful and read the rules before you accept their terms and conditions. Essentially, they kind of set the way that you can trade. And if you don't follow the rules, then, you know, it is what it is. So we didn't pass. I am going to be doing a new prop firm challenge. However, I'm not going to be doing it with FTMO. I've done extensive research on different prop firms out there. And I've learned that there are better choices. I'll leave it at that. There are better choices for these funded challenges. FTMO was okay, like I said, but they do have some specific set of rules that other prop firms don't have. Like some prop firms will fund you where you only have to trade for 5 days instead of 10 days. So you can get to a funded account a whole lot faster if you pass quickly. And there are other prop firms that don't have the 30-day window where you have to pass a challenge within 30 days. If you are a more strategic trader and you can get to, you know, 8%, 10% on an account, that it will take you longer than 30 calendar days, there are other prop firms out there that are better suited for you. And I think that that's going to be better suited for me. So I'm going to restart a challenge once the new updates for 8-Minute Trader come out. And speaking of the updates, I'm going to show you guys. And for those of you guys who aren't a part of Longevity yet or 8-Minute Trader, this is what the Trading Academy kind of looks like. I'll go to the dashboard here in a sec. But before I do, we have a section for all of our recorded trainings, and you can click through here to view them for all the recordings. But I'm just going to expand the screen here so you can see what the new alerts are going to look like. This is an example of what a new sell alert could look like. And I'm not going to play the video because, you know, this is Longevity and 8-Minute Traders. You know, this is their property, and people who aren't members, I don't want them to be able to get access to information that, you know, they don't want to be shared. I'm essentially just sharing a screenshot with you guys of what the new alerts are going to be looking like. For those of you guys who are interested, hit the link in the description below this video to get started with 8-Minute Trader. But as you can see here, there's a sell alert on this candle right here. And the way that the new alerts are going to work is a seller will pop up, and it'll also pop up with a dashed line to show you where the bottom of the last bull candle. This is the last bull candle. So what we're doing essentially is waiting for a retracement to come. And then once that retracement comes, you could have a sell limit set in place automatically with your stop loss and take profit, everything. So it'll just be beautiful. And then there's going to be a second opportunity for you to enter a cost average trade here at the highest price of the last 15 candles, or commonly referred to as the previous swing high, if it does fall within those last 15 candles. So you have two opportunities here, and you would essentially place your stop loss here above this swing high to account for any kind of drawdown. But what's great is, previously, let's just say this sell candle would pop up, you know, you might enter the sell right here. Well, now you've got all this drawdown if it retraces against you. And, you know, this could be 30, 50 bucks. And, you know, there's a good chance that you would close the trade out even once it hits this dashed line. And then psych yourself out, turn in, the trade turns around and it goes in your favor. So that's the purpose of these new alerts that are coming out. The algorithm has been updated and enhanced. We're going to be getting different colored alerts now. So the blue color alerts are going to be for longer holding trades versus the yellow alerts are going to be for maybe more of a quick scalp. So it's all based on your trading strategy. But you know, before, people used to have the question of, oh, how long should I stay in this trade for? Well, if it's a blue trade, that means it's a reversal in the market. So there's a potential that that trade can run on for a longer period of time, versus a yellow alert means that we're in a trend and it's just a pullback. So you can enter into that trade, but just be cautious that it may not run in that direction for a very, very long time. So here's a second example of what a buy with the new buy alert is going to look like. And you can see here on this buy alert, immediately what I was telling you just a little while back here, you may have entered the trade up here, and now you're in all this drawdown right here, and you're getting all flustered, and you close the trade. When now with the new alerts, you're gonna get a dashed line on a buy alert at the top of the last bear candle. So this is the alert. This is the previous bear candle. And I won't get into the specifics of why these are ideal places to enter. It's all in the recording here. So once you become a member, you can get the detailed scoop as to why these lines are being placed here. But the top of the last bear candle is the ideal point of entry. And so you can see here, if you had a buy limit order in place right here, and a limit order just means that you can place the order ahead of time, so you don't have to sit there and watch your screen for hours on end waiting on a reversal. But let's just say you put a buy limit order in right here. Well, now you've entered the trade right here. You have a little bit of drawdown, and the trade actually ended up reversing. It's on the next screen here, but I won't show you. This is just for illustration purposes anyways. But as you can see, it did hit the limit order, which we would have placed here. And then we also have a second opportunity for a cost average down here at the lowest price candle for the last 15 candles. So you have two opportunities to get into a trade. You can also get into really as many as you want once it breaks this dashed line. It was also mentioned that we will have opportunities to get into trades, and we may miss some trades if it doesn't retrace, because the alerts are so great that it may just continue to shoot up in one direction and never retrace. So if you only have the buy limit order in and you don't enter in once the alert comes through, there's a potential that you can lose out on some money there, or some opportunity, I should say. But hey, I think more times than not, you're going to get a retracement before it goes off into the other direction. Even if it comes down 15-20 minutes later, it is a higher possibility that it will retrace before it does take off into the direction of the alert. So as promised, I will give you guys a quick tour of the dashboard here on the longevity tradingacademy.com website. So you get access to this as a member of the Longevity 8-Minute Trader. You can see all of the events, all the resources, live help. Here's just our events tab. So whenever we go in for the morning open call, we simply will come down and you can just hit register. Whatever email that you registered for the Longevity Trading Academy, you need to have a Zoom account that matches, or else you won't have access. That's how they keep tabs on who is getting into the Zoom calls and who's not. So it has to be a registered email with Longevity Trading Academy. So as you can see here, they have a schedule of all the events that are coming up for a good period of time, so you're not guessing and wondering, oh, when is that going to happen? Oh, when is this going to happen? So you can see here, and I can continue to go down, but I'm not going to go all the way down. Some resources here, some getting started. They've done a great job of getting everything down for a beginner. They have boot camps now that they do every single Monday for your brand new person that has never traded before, getting them set up from A to Z. That's a phenomenal thing that they're doing there. And let's see here, all the recordings and everything are going to be right here under the archives. So overall, I'm very pleased and impressed with what Longevity has done, and the 8-Minute Trader, Sal and his team. I feel like after the recent Miami event that we had, that was the true launch, because everything is just a whole lot smoother now. Even the release of this update is going to be coming out. They promised this morning on the call before the week is over. So even on a holiday week, they are grinding out to make sure that they get this update out. So we're prepared going in for Monday of next week. So I will be doing a review and update on the new alerts. I'll also be coming back with a new video for the prop firm that I'm going to be going with. I'll have a link in the description for that once I get established and and get all that squared away. If this is your first time to the channel, I invite you to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification to be notified each and every time that I drop a video. Smash that like button and leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on longevity and 8-minute trader. I'm curious to see what some of the feedback is around the community. You know me, I'm a fan. I love longevity. I love their products in general. I love 8-minute trader. I think this is a huge opportunity for people and their family, and just creating a whole new stream of income that people never could imagine possible. And then just when you put all that together with a prop firm and have access to capital that you traditionally may not have had, if you only have a couple $100, you could even start out with that and get funded for a $25,000 account. I believe that it can be done, and I'm going to prove to you guys that it can be done over the course of the next few weeks. This week is going to be, you know, we're running into Thanksgiving, so we have a major holiday here in the United States. It's going to put a wrench in things, but starting on next week, I'm going to be hitting it pretty aggressive, and we're just going to see what happens from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will check you guys on the next video. Thanks.